What if America is building something big right now and most people have no idea? All across the country, huge construction projects are happening. Some are as big as cities, some are hidden in the middle of deserts, and many of them are already changing the way we live. Some of these projects are good, like clean energy or faster travel. But behind the news stories, there are problems. Big delays, wasted money, people getting hurt. Some of these projects are even causing danger. If just one of these mega projects fails, it could hurt the whole country. Power could go out, prices could rise, jobs could disappear. Imagine standing in the desert and looking at a building so huge you can see it from space, but no one will tell you what it's for. If you've ever asked, where does my tax money go? Or why is traffic still bad? This video is for you. In the next few minutes, you'll learn about 10 giant projects being built right now in the US, and one strange site the government won't talk about. These aren't just buildings, they are shaping our future. The real question is, are they building it for all of us or just for a few? Let's begin in Texas, where two of the biggest and boldest energy projects in the US are being built right now. One is focused on clean power. The other wants to clean the air. Together, they could change how we fight climate change or make things worse. People living nearby feel mixed emotions. Some are excited for new jobs and cleaner energy. Others are worried. They've heard rumors about safety problems, rush planning, and even lawsuits. Project 10 is called the Samson Solar Energy Center. It covers more than 18,000 acres. That's about the size of 13,000 football fields. When it's done, it will be the largest solar farm in the country. It's built to power more than 300,000 homes. But here's the twist, it's not yet connected to the power grid. Project 9 is the Ector County Direct Air Capture Plant. It's designed to suck carbon dioxide, CO2, out of the air? Yes, really. It sounds like science fiction, but the goal is to slow down global warming. Still, people nearby are asking, where does all that carbon go? Some say it's stored deep underground, but details are vague. Here's the strange part. Environmental groups support it, but so do big oil companies, quietly investing in the background. That raises questions. Who is this really for? The planet or the profits? If something goes wrong, experts warn these massive sites could cause big problems for the environment and the people nearby. So what happens when we build something meant to save us? That might actually hurt us. Next, we move west to hidden projects under the deserts of Nevada and Utah that are making people very nervous. Out in the wide, quiet deserts of the American West, two huge projects are being built. These aren't just big, they go deep underground, and they raise some very serious questions. People who live nearby say they've noticed odd vibrations in the ground, military planes flying low at night, and sudden letters from the government taking land. No one really knows what's going on, but many feel afraid and left in the dark. Project number 8 is the Crescent Dunes Next-Gen Thermal Tower in Nevada. It's a second try at a solar plant that failed before. This time it uses molten salt to store heat, hot enough to reach 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. In fact, during a test, part of the mirror system melted itself. The goal is to create steady green energy. But after the last failure, people wonder if this is just a shiny science project or a ticking time bomb. Project number 7 is the Utah Inland Port. On paper, it's a huge shipping and trade hub, but it's being built fast. Too fast, some say. Lawsuits have been filed. Wildlife experts warn about damage to rare wetlands. And families who've lived there for generations are being forced to sell their land, some given only 2 weeks to leave. Here's where it gets strange. Some believe both projects have dual-use purposes. That means they look like regular businesses, but might also support secret government or military operations. A few whistleblowers say federal officials have blocked reports that show major risks to the environment and people. So, are these projects really for clean energy and trade, or something else entirely? Next, we head to the East Coast, where two mega builds are rising in major cities, and they could shift the future of urban life and national security. On the East Coast, massive projects are rising, and they're changing cities in ways no one saw coming. These builds promise progress and protection, but to many locals, they feel more like walls than windows. In South Brooklyn, the once quiet docks are turning into a giant wind power hub. It's called the South Brooklyn Marine Terminal, and it's on track to become the biggest offshore wind launch site on the East Coast. Wind turbines as tall as the Empire State Building will be sent out 60 miles into the ocean. This could bring clean power to millions, but it's also forcing out local homes and businesses. Old neighborhoods are being torn down, and people are told to leave, fast. Meanwhile, down in Norfolk, Virginia, the U.S. Navy is spending over $30 billion on its base. Officially, it's an upgrade, but quietly workers say the new design includes AI weapon systems, underground drone tunnels, and even automated submarines. The Norfolk naval expansion is huge and growing by the month. Residents nearby have noticed more military trucks, surprise road closures, and power outages, but no one's giving straight answers. People are torn. Some say it's necessary defense, others say it's pushing out low-income families with little warning or support. Community leaders are demanding answers, but the blueprints stay hidden. Are these builds truly meant to protect us, or are they rebuilding America for someone else? Now we turn to the middle of the country, where one massive site may decide the future of our food, water, and survival. In the Midwest, quiet farmland is turning into high-stakes battlegrounds, not with guns, but with pipes, wires, and power. First, there's the Great Lakes Tunnel in Michigan. It's a 4-mile pipeline being built deep under Lake Michigan. The goal is to protect energy lines from storms and erosion. But native tribes say it's too risky. It runs through sacred waters, and they fear one leak could poison everything. The project is already facing major protests and lawsuits. Then there's something even bigger and stranger. Meta, the company behind Facebook, is quietly building what it calls the hyperdata corridor. It will stretch from Iowa to Indiana, using a mix of fiber optics and AI hubs. They say it's for faster internet and data processing. But locals say trucks started showing up out of nowhere, day and night, with surveillance vans close behind. Meta says they're not spying, but their own patents hint otherwise. For farmers, this is a nightmare. Their generational land is being taken. Their towns are changing overnight. And here's the scariest part. Private tech companies are writing the rules for public land and water. What happens when the digital world takes over the physical one? And now, what are the final two projects, so secret they've caught the attention of billionaires and government spies alike? We've reached the final two projects, and they're the most mysterious of all. The first is big, bold, and public. The second, no one knows for sure. Project number 2. It is the California high-speed rail. After years of delays, it's back in motion. By 2025, trains could be flying across the state at 220 miles per hour. It's meant to connect cities, reduce pollution, and transform travel. But behind the excitement are huge costs, missed deadlines, and fears of political corruption. Then there's project number 1. Something called the Nevada Zone 77 installation. On paper, it's just a research park. But here's the strange part. No flyovers allowed. No media access. Even Google Maps blurs it. People living nearby say trucks roll in only at night. No one talks. No one answers questions. And it gets weirder. The company that built it has ties to classified military technology. Senators asked for an audit, but those requests were quietly deleted. Even the fences went up before permits were approved. And any drone footage? It just cuts off. Some call it Area 52. Others say it's just hype. But either way, something is happening here, and it's not normal. So now we ask the big question. What if these mega projects aren't just for travel, power, or data, but pieces of a much bigger plan? These mega projects aren't just buildings, they're power plays. Some say they'll help us, others say they'll control us. Billions are spent without a vote, and that one secret site, we may never know the truth. So ask yourself, what else is rising? Right under our feet. These aren't just buildings, they're shaping how we live and who decides. Now you know more, so ask questions, like share, subscribe, and tell us, what is Zone 77?